Hey guys, I'm Elegant and Shoe, and first of all, you may notice my hair isn't red this week, and it's meant to be honest, but the hair dye that I got was actually semi-permanent because my hair, I didn't know how my hair would take it because I haven't dyed my hair before. I didn't want black hair for several months, but the hair dye was meant to last like a month at least, and it lasted less than 2 weeks, so that was kind of stupid. But I will be getting some permanent dye later on this year at some point when I get some money in and get some time. So look forward to me dyeing my hair again. Hopefully that goes right, because it will be permanent. So this week I'm going to be talking about the Pokemon news, really. I know there's not too much news, but I've not gone through all the regions and the generations before this of Pokemon in my Pokevlogs. But I was going to do a talk about the future of Pokemon and future regions, because it was moving up, and I felt that was appropriate for the next vlog. But as you may know from my Soul Silver video yesterday, I think, that I mentioned that I've taken up an extra course in college, and I don't actually have any class time for it in college, so I have to do a lot of my own work, and you know, it's pretty stupid of me. But yeah, I don't have too much time to waste today planning this video, because they usually take all day when I do that sort of thing. So yeah, this week there's a few bits of news, and one major news, bit of major news, is that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Magnagate and the Infinite Labyrinth was released in Japan. I think it was on Friday, but it was released on the eShop on Thursday, I believe. Or it could have been on Friday and Saturday, I'm not too sure. But they look like a really cool game, to be honest. It looks sort of like a combination between the older Mystery Dungeon games and Pokemon Rumble Blast, that's what it is. And the reason I think this is because it's a similar sort of animation style and a sort of style of game, just generally because you control the Pokemon and it's a 3D game, so there's a lot of similarities between them. But it's a pretty damn awesome game, it looks like it. I'm not going to talk about too many spoilers in this episode because, as you know, I don't like giving spoilers away and ruining games for you, but if you want to check out pictures and information and spoil the game for yourself, go check out Cerebi. It's an awesome website. If you don't know what Cerebi is, then why not? Cerebi is like the main Pokemon site ever. Yes, this is the main Pokemon site, to be honest. And I use it for a lot of my information, so go check that out. There's quite a bit of information. They're doing like all the coverage of the game and like a complete walkthrough. So if you want to look at that, go check it out. It's pretty damn awesome. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go into it too much. But I did mention a new Dream World a while ago, and that has finally been released this week. It's the Dream Park, and it's being released everywhere internationally. So if you have Pokemon Black and White, or Pokemon Black and White 2, you can get onto this. It's a pretty cool place because it has a few of the older Pokemon from the older generations and the 5th generation with the hidden abilities. I'm not going to go through them all because there's quite a lot. But it's much more easily accessible if you put a normal Pokemon to sleep, a normal type Pokemon to sleep. If you don't know how the Dream World works, basically you put a Pokemon to sleep on your DS and transfer it onto the Global Link. And once you're in Global Link, you enter the Dream World, but in the Dream World you can't actually specifically choose what area you go into. It's sort of a random choice between a few different areas. There's not too many. You can just come out and go back in and find a different area. It's just a bit tedious, but if you have normal type Pokemon, you've got a much more higher chance of getting to the Dream Park area, which is pretty damn cool. And I'm not going to list all the Pokemon like I said, but I'm just going to mention a few ones that I thought were cool. So the first one, you can get Eevee in here, which is really, really good because a lot of people want Eevees with the hidden ability for their evolutions with the hidden abilities, because a lot of them have amazing hidden abilities. One being Espeon with Magic Bounce, and that actually in Wi-Fi battling got changed from the underused tier to the overused tier because of its hidden ability Magic Bounce, which is incredible. It changes it so much because what he does, it sort of bounces back non-directly damaging moves to your opponent, so everything from Roar to Toxic to Will-O-Wisp. It's pretty amazing, to be honest. So you can get that much more easily now, because I know Eevees, I'm pretty sure they were obtainable before from the Dream World, but they were pretty difficult to get. You had to have got quite a few points. Sorry, but you had to get like quite a few points from Dream World, and you get points from. You can only get a certain amount of points a day, and it was really difficult. I never got to the point where I could get an Eevee. So go get that because it's awesome. Chansey also kind of healer, and Chansey is like a pretty strong wall and would act good as a sort of a healer or as a wall in a double battle. And what the healer does is that if you are in a double battle, Chansey has a 30% chance each turn to heal your partners in the double battle. Your partner's status effects, so paralysis, burn. It's a really good ability, I think. It will work really well for strategic online battling and stuff like that. It's pretty cool if you do the online battling stuff. I don't tend to do that, but I've mentioned it a lot because these will work very good with that. Another pretty awesome one is Apon with Skill Link, and you know I've talked about this before because I love the ability Skill Link. Minccino has it and Cinccino has it as their hidden ability, which you can get in Pokemon Black and White 2 in the Hidden Grotto next to Nimbasa City. I've been trying to get on for ages now. I know in the storyline you get given a male Minccino Skill Link, but I wanted a female one because it just kind of suits better, I think. So I've been hunting that for ages now. I might just give up sometime soon and just use the male one because it's been so long, it's so rare. It feels like Shiny Hunt, to be honest, but it's taking so much longer because it takes so long to get each Pokemon in there. It's really difficult. I worked out it's like a 1 in 1,000 chance, or more than 1 in 1,000 chance of getting exactly what I want, which is just like, oh my god, so difficult. But yeah. So I'm not going to go into that, but what Skill Link does is makes every move that hits 2 to 5 times, like Tail Slap, Bullet Seed, all those sorts of moves, hit 5 times every time, which is pretty awesome because Apom can have Double Slap and a few moves like that, which is like really cool. But I still don't think it's as good as Minccino and Cinccino, because Minccino and Cinccino can learn a wider range of moves, I think, that hit 2 to 5 times, like Bullet Seed, Rock Blast and Tail Slap, and Tail Slap is just amazing, I think, because it's got Stab and it's just really powerful. I find it to be really powerful. But all these moves that I've just mentioned, that hit 2 to 5 times, all of them have 25 power, and so with Skill Link they have 125 base power every time, which is just amazing. Although some 2 to 5 time hitting moves only have 15 power or less, so they don't have as much power, but it's still pretty damn strong, so pretty good at Apon has that. So another really good one is Pinsir and Heracross can now have Moxie. What Moxie is, it boosts the Pokemon's attack every time you take out an opponent or make the opponent faint with that Pokemon, which is really good. I know Croco Rock or Crocodile actually can have this ability, and it's abused lots on Wi-Fi battling. I'm referencing Wi-Fi battling so much this vlog, I don't know why. But yeah, there's a really good ability because both Pinsir and Heracross are pretty good sweepers because they have super high attack, and they're just pretty awesome Pokemon, so go and get that if you want that. Zangoose is a really interesting one actually because it has Toxic Boost. It's the only Pokemon to have Toxic Boost. What Toxic Boost does though is it increases attack by 50% once the Pokemon's poisoned, so it's kind of like Guts, but I think it increases its attack by more, but it doesn't increase it with any status effect, only poison. And like I said, Zangoose is the only one that has this, but I think this is because Zangoose and Survivor, if you don't know, are 2 Pokemon that are meant to have a big rivalry in the history, and if in the anime they actually battle each other every time they see each other, and in the Hoenn region and the anime and the Advanced series you'll see a lot of Survivors and Zangoose fighting, particularly Jessie's Survivor, which she has, it battles Zangoose a lot because they don't like each other. It's just a natural born hatred for each other and rivalry. So I believe this is probably why Zangoose gets an increased attack when it's poisoned, because Survivor's a poison type. When it poisons, Zangoose is built in. It's kind of a clever thing to do, but yeah, Zangoose is the only one to have this ability, which I just think is pretty cool. So Carnivine can have Levitate. So yeah, Carnivine can now be a flying tree with a big mouth. It's really weird. I don't know why on earth they would give Carnivine Levitate, but they did, and it's weird. But yeah, Girder, which is a fighting net Pokemon from the 5th generation, can have a pretty damn awesome, probably the best ability out of the ones I've mentioned so far. It can have Iron Fist, and what Iron Fist is, it boosts all the punching moves, so like Fire Punch, Comet Punch, Bullet Punch, all those moves, everything with the name Punch in it. And Girder is a fighting type with a very high attack and can learn a pretty wide range of these punching moves, so that is a really good ability for it, so I can imagine lots of people are abusing that. Some more sort of Unova based ones are Sock and Throw can have Mold Breaker, which negates, sorry, I can't talk, your opponent's ability. My hair keeps going in my face, I'm sorry about this, I'm trying not to. It's been quite awkward today. But another one with Scraggy can have Intimidate, which lowers your opponent's attack, which is sort of useful as well. So, 2 events that are going to be coming up is the first one's going to be Bianca's Pokedex game, going to be running from the 4th of December to January 29th. So go get that if you want it. If you don't like Bianca like me, then don't get it, because I hate Bianca. She's... I'm not going to go into it, I'm not going to rant about it. But there's another Pokemon Black and White 2 event, another international one, where you can get a Gothorita with the ability Shadow Tag. And what Shadow Tag does is stops your opponent from fleeing, which is super duper useful with roaming legendaries, because roaming legendaries always flee, and it's just so annoying. You're just like, oh god. But yeah, now Gothorita can now have the ability Shadow Tag through the disc download. And it's on the global link, so you can go, I'll put the code in the sidebars, you can go put that code into global link and get this. And yeah, it's going to be useful for Tornadus and Thunderous. I don't know if you run into those Pokemon in Pokemon Black and White 2. I don't know of any roaming legendaries in Pokemon Black and White 2, because I haven't played through it too much. I've been stuck at the one point trying to get the female Minchino before I could carry on. I know it's so annoying, but I will hopefully be able to carry on with that pretty soon. I know in Pokemon Black and White there's the Tornadus and Thunderous, so just trade that over and then that'll be sort of easy. But the thing is, with this Gothorita, it is male, and only female Pokemon can pass on their hidden ability to their children. So this hidden ability can't be bred and it can't be made into lots of Pokemon, so this is quite limited, so go and get this. It's a unique opportunity, because I doubt there'll be lots of these being traded around, because there's only one for each person. Or one for each game, that is, because some people have several games. So one little bit more of information about the anime, because I don't usually talk about the anime in these episodes, but in these vlogs, but I feel like this is a significant thing to talk about. And what it is in the Japanese anime in Pokemon Black and White, or Rival Destinies, or whatever it's called in Japan, Ash has actually started the first round of the Unova League, which is a pretty cool thing. I thought I'd mention it because it's a big step, and we're quite behind in the English anime, I think. In the English anime, Ash actually has all 8 badges. I don't want to create too many spoilers, but he has all 8 badges. Although he hasn't run into Team Plasma yet, which is kind of strange, because I would have thought that he would have done that by now. Because usually in Pokemon animes, Ash runs into the Team Plasma, sorry, the bad team, not just Team Plasma, sort of early on-ish, like between this like 3rd badge or something, and then gosh, I'm sorry about this, but around his 3rd, 4th badge, but then properly gets into fighting them between his like 5th, 6th and 7th badge, and then they're defeated by the end of his 8th badge. I don't know, that's what usually happens, but he hasn't even run them into once, he's got all 8 badges. And I doubt between the time of the English anime now and the Japanese anime, Ash will have run into Team Plasma, done all the... fought them off and all that stuff. So I'm assuming they're going to have all the Team Plasma stuff after the Unova League, which is a little bit of a different layout. It's kind of strange, but I don't know, it looks pretty cool. I don't know, it's different, they're changing up things for Pokemon. So yeah, I want to move on to the question of the week. So this week's question of the week is well, let me just say this first, that if you don't know already, this week, this coming week, is actually my year anniversary on YouTube. Hooray! So, my year anniversary of my first video is actually on Friday. My year anniversary of making the channel is on Tuesday. But I'm going to go with Friday, because Friday is much easier to do stuff on, because it's the end of the week rather than the middle of the week. And, well, it's for definite a full year then, because I want... Like, if I'd choose Tuesday, then it might not have been a full year, because I won't have actually have had videos up for a year. But on Friday, I will have had videos up for a year. So, I don't know, it just makes more sense to do on Friday. So, I've been so struggling what to do with this. I've posted bulletins and stuff asking you guys, but no one's really responded. So, tell me what you think I should do. I have a few ideas, but I can't really do a lot of them, because I was going to do a music video, but, as you know, my recording software and my amp just suck. My M's not too bad, but the output for directly inputting it into my computer is dreadful. It sounds horrible, so it's really difficult to record stuff. But I will get some music done once I get a Mac, because I'm planning on getting a Mac at some point this or next year. So yeah, I can't do that, but I was thinking about if you want me to do a question and answer, comment down below telling me questions now, and I will ask you again this week, but I'll use all the comments that you ask me now. Or if you don't want me to do a question and answer, then tell me something else you want me to do. But the main thing I was thinking about was maybe doing a Pokemon online tournament, a Pokemon Showdown tournament, being on Showdown, just because I can actually view and record the battles on Showdown, whereas I can't actually on DS, and everyone has access to the internet on their computers, but now everyone has access to Wi-Fi on DSs. Sorry. I really don't know what to do, so please tell me what you think about that. So I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.